This is breaking news from RTV6, working for you.
Breaking news this midday, Southport High is back in the game. The Indiana High School Athletic Association, which decided to punish the team over the coach's action, has reversed its decision. Our Rafael Sanchez is at the live desk with all the details. Rafael.
Hey Meredith, punishment for the boys basketball team dropped, but the head varsity coach has agreed to a suspension beginning in January. Let's dive into those details. The Indiana High School Athletic Association says it and Southport High School received new information regarding the boys basketball team. Now, details of the new information have not been disclosed. In light of that new information, the boys team will be allowed to compete in the 2020 boys basketball tournament. Last month, the team got in trouble after head coach Eric Brand was accused of violating recruitment policies by raising money to help a foreign student stay at the school legally. The Indiana High School Athletic Association released a statement to RTV6, which in part says, in light of the new information and in the spirit of compromise, the IHSAA has agreed to accept a suspension of the varsity coach from January 2020 to the end of the season, including the IHSSA tournament. Now, we did reach out to Perry Township Schools. The district spokesperson says it will let the IHSAA statement stand for itself and speak with the district, and that Coach Brand will not make any statements to the media. The school was set to make its case today in a hearing. That hearing, set for 2 p.m. today, is now canceled in light of this new decision. That is the latest with the live desk. Rafael Sanchez, now back to you.
Rafael, thank you. We are taking a live look right now from the IMS Pagoda, and this is a scene we have not seen in days. The sun shining over the Circle City, and meteorologist Todd Clausen is standing by with more good news. Todd, we're going to see this sun stick around.
Yeah, you have to go back all the way to last week since we've had the sunshine here, and you're exactly right, Meredith. It's with us not only today, but going forward in this forecast all the way into the weekend. And with that sunshine, look at these temperatures. They've rebounded up into the 40s, 44 right now in India, as well as Martinsville, 45 in Bloomington, close to 46 degrees right now in Terre Haute. A little cooler still on the eastern side of the state, though. Richmond at 37. Here's the view to the north. There's not a cloud in the sky, and that's the way it remains here throughout the entire day today. And as we look off to the west, there's really no action going on. No big storm systems. Some snow showers off to our east, but they're already past us, so that will not impact us here across the area in the foreseeable future. So get outside and enjoy. It is a little breezy, and you'll have to contend with that, but temperatures will be in the mid 40s while the sun is still up. Once the sun sets, these temperatures will start to cool off back down into the 30s. So you may want to have a light jacket handy, but all in all, not a bad afternoon. Tomorrow is the best weather day of the week. We'll talk more about that forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Todd, thank you. New this midday, moments ago, a judge tossed out a lawsuit filed by a relative of 1930s gangster John Dillinger. The judge ruled against the man who says he is Dillinger's nephew. He had sued Crown Hill Cemetery in an effort to have Dillinger's body exhumed. Michael Thompson believes an unproven conspiracy theory that the FBI killed someone other than Dillinger outside a Chicago theater in July of 1934. Today, the judge issued a ruling right after a hearing on Crown Hill's motion to dismiss the lawsuit. The cemetery had argued state law grants Crown Hill the right to protect grave sites from unwarranted disturbances. Just a few hours from now, Ivanka Trump will be in Indianapolis to talk about job training initiatives. She and U.S. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross serve as co-chairs of the Workforce Policy Advisory Board. The board also includes Governor Eric Holcomb. They will host their quarterly meeting at the Indiana Women's Prison tomorrow. Before the meeting, board members will learn more about the Last Mile, a training program helping prisoners gain employment after their incarceration. The public is invited to listen to the meeting and submit questions. We have information on how to do just that at theindychannel.com and the RTV6 app. A woman says her son works at an East Side store that keeps getting robbed, and she wants whoever is in charge of the business to make some changes. He works at this Family Dollar store near 21st and Arlington. Sandra Goodrich tells us it's best to get in and get out as quickly as possible because it is a dangerous store. According to police reports, these robberies happen at all hours of the day.
This store is nationwide, and it seems like y'all should have a security guard at least at night to be around, because they just breaking, they just robbing, and somebody's just a matter of time, somebody gonna be shot.
This year, 5 armed robberies took place at that Family Dollar. The latest happened Monday night when Sandra's son was working. The impeachment hearings continue today, as you have seen here on RTV6. While that issue moves forward, President Trump is coming home from NATO's meeting in Europe. As ABC's Elizabeth Hur tells us, he is leaving without doing his usual end-of-summit news conference with reporters.
The high-stakes summit in London, this group photo of a stone-faced President Trump sharing the stage with some 30 other heads of state. President Trump now heading back to the White House after attending a series of bilateral meetings with America's NATO allies. His 2-day trip included some tense moments like this awkward exchange with French President Emmanuel Macron on the issue of what to do with ISIS prisoners in Syria.
They're mostly from Europe. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters?
Look,
I can give them to you.
Look at the situation.
You can take everyone you want.
Let's be serious. It is true that we have foreign fighters coming from Europe, but this is a tiny minority of the overall problem we have in the region.
And this morning, comments from Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau after this video surfaced overnight.
It takes 40 minutes.
Trudeau confirms he was criticizing the length of Trump's news conference while talking with other world leaders. And his reference to jaw-dropping was about an unscheduled announcement that the U.S. would host the next G7 at Camp David.
Well, he's two-faced. I find him to be a very nice guy, but you know, the truth is that I called him out on the fact that he's not paying 2%, and I guess he's not very happy about it.
And President Trump made more news today after canceling a press conference he was scheduled to hold just as the impeachment hearing was about to get underway. He simply explained he had done so many and later tweeted, "Safe travels to all." Elizabeth Hur, ABC News, New York.
This is RTV6 News at Noon, working for you.
I'm Ted Rowlands. Today on Court TV, closing arguments in the Florida death penalty case against Mark Sievers. Lawyers have one more chance to sway jurors in this murder-for-hire case. Sievers is accused of orchestrating the death of his wife, Dr. Teresa Sievers, in 2015. We'll have live coverage throughout the day. Plus, remember this?
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
What a moment that was on Court TV. 18-year-old Brant Jean hugging former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger, his brother's killer, during her sentencing hearing. The Institute for Law Enforcement Administration presented an award to Brant Jean for that hug, saying his actions helped heal the Dallas community. Brant said at the ceremony it was hard to accept the award from a police training group because he believes that lack of training led in part to his brother's death. We'll have continuing coverage of the Sievers trial and other legal news throughout the day on Court TV. Now back to you.
Ted, thanks. You can learn more about other cases around the nation right now at courttv.com. We are now just 21 days away from Christmas, and the race is on to get those presents under the tree in time without paying big bucks. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis tells us companies are now scrambling to deliver an estimated 2 billion packages.
I'm here at one of hundreds of FedEx facilities throughout the country, and I asked them on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did things pick up after Black Friday? They told me it was a 12. Now, a few things to keep in mind if you are sending your own packages this holiday season. You should be sure that you pack them properly. That means no tape hanging off the box. It's always a good idea to put a second copy of the address, the destination address, inside the box. If something happens, that way whoever is sending it can look there and know where the final destination is. And finally, if you are shipping yourself, the final cutoff is December 23rd, but that's going to cost you a pretty penny if you're shipping through anyone, because you're going to have to pay for that overnight shipping fee. That gets expensive. Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, Queens, New York.
Rebecca, thank you. If you're a Star Wars fan, maybe this is for you. CableTV.com says it will pay one lucky person $1,000 to watch every Star Wars movie back to back before the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker on December 20th. You must be an active Twitter user willing to share the movie marathon experience while tagging the Cable TV team on Twitter. The 10 movies will take a total of 22 hours and 25 minutes to watch, and they can be watched in any order you choose. The winner will get every Star Wars movie on Blu-ray, plus Star Wars gear, including a Nerf Han Solo blaster, a Chewbacca onesie, and an R2-D2 popcorn popper. The deadline to apply is December 11th at 7 p.m. Todd, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be applying for that gig. Well, I am applying for a job outdoors today, Todd, because it is beautiful out. I can't get over that the sunshine is finally out there, and we're going to have it over the next few days.
You know, it's such a long stretch of dreary weather. Of course, Saturday we had all that heavy rain that went through, and then Sunday kind of that rain-snow mixture. So, yeah, the sunshine certainly welcomed here across the area. And as Meredith alluded to, it's going to be with us all the way into the weekend. So that's the good news. The sunshine is back, and with it comes a little bit of a wind here throughout the afternoon hours. This wind will be gusting anywhere from about 25 to maybe 35 miles per hour, but most people are probably going to be in the 25-mile-per-hour range here this afternoon. So that's not enough to cause any damage. It's more just of an inconvenience more than anything, and temperatures will be above normal. Our normal high today is 43 degrees, and we're already above that as we sit at 44, and we'll continue to go up maybe another degree or two. There's the sustained wind right now out of the west at 18 miles per hour, but again, it's gusting a little bit higher out of the west, and sunset this evening is at 5:21. Keep that in mind if you do have outdoor plans. 44 in Greencastle, 45 in Bloomington, Bedford approaching 50 degrees, a little cooler to the north still as temperatures are in the upper 30s. In the Peru area, you should top off around 43 degrees in Peru, 44 in Indy, 48 the high temperature in Bloomington. So overall, it's a decent December day for us, and we'll continue to see this nice weather across the area. The skies are completely clear. Clouds in Michigan, snow off to our east. We don't have to worry about any of that. We just look to our west and you see the clear skies. And so tomorrow is actually going to be a better day than what we are going to see here this afternoon. So your evening forecast takes the temperatures down into the 30s with a mainly clear sky. And then overnight tonight, we're looking at temperatures that will be getting down to right around the freezing mark. So it's a little on the chilly side tomorrow, but with lots of sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures tomorrow will approach 50 degrees in the city. Southern locations easily into the 50s tomorrow, and Thursday will be our best weather day of the week with the sunshine. I'll also remind you that Thursday is the RTV6 toy drive down on Monument Circle, so you can just drive up with that unwrapped toy, and somebody from RTV6 will be there just to grab it for you and throw it in the bin. So we appreciate your help in advance. And then looking ahead in the forecast, Friday 42 degrees, so it's slightly cooler with a little more in the way of cloud cover on Friday. Saturday 44 degrees. Then Sunday we're back up to 50 degrees, but we'll look for those showers to develop. And if we had one day that we had to pick that looks to be probably the worst in our 7-day planning forecast, it's probably Monday. It's mild at 52, but rain is likely across the area. It may end on Tuesday with a few snowflakes, but at this point we are not expecting any accumulation. So from at least now all the way through Sunday morning, enjoy sunshine with fairly seasonable temperatures for this time of year. Meredith?
Todd, thank you. This has become one of the more popular shows around the holidays. It is the Festival of Carols put on by one of the oldest choruses in the entire country, the Indianapolis Symphonic Choir. And we couldn't fit the entire choir in our whole studio, but we do have some of the singers with us today, along with Michael Davis, who is the choir's artistic director. Well, thank you for bringing just a small portion of the singers with you. Tell us a little bit about this show and its history.
So this is our 29th year with the Festival of Carols, and so we just did our first rehearsal with the orchestra, about 200 people on stage at the Warren Performing Arts Center last evening, so the Indianapolis Chamber Orchestra and 140 of their closest friends. So it was a great night, and there'll be a lot of familiar carols, there will be some new stuff, and then you never know what'll happen. Maybe Santa Claus will be there.
Oh, very exciting, very exciting. Yeah. Well, it sounds like people need to come out and see for themselves and hear for themselves a little more on what people can expect. And is this something that even if you saw this 29 years ago or last year, you should still return to see again?
Oh, every year I think it gets better and better. And we have Rodney Bryant, who is a gospel recording artist, bringing his gospel band. We have Michelle McConnell from Broadway rejoining us this year. So we even have a pipe organ that's going to be playing. So the whole room is going to be filled with music. So definitely shouldn't miss it.
Wow. And where can people find out more information about tickets and showtimes?
Sure. All of our ticket information is on the website at www.indychoir.com.
That's nice and easy to remember, and plenty of opportunities throughout the month to come and hear this fantastic group of singers. And we get to have a wonderful treat today in hearing Deck the Halls by them. So I'm going to let you take it away. We're going to stop chit-chatting, and here is a performance. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Stroll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la, while I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, la 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 la.
This is RTV6 News at Noon, working for you.
It is one thing to hit a game-winning shot to start off your basketball season. It is another to have that shot end up on national television. Just take a look.
They're not going to hawk the inbounds passer, Dave. Got time to get a shot away.
You know who it is.
He hit it.
Don't know if Mount Vernon's Cooper Galley called bank before he put that one up, but that buzzer beater gave the Marauders a 62-60 win over Decatur Central, and it was number 3 on last night's Sports Center Top 10 on ESPN. What a way to start the season, Todd.
Banking it in for 3 for the game.
All right, we gotta keep a close eye on him, see if he can recreate that the rest of the season.
Absolutely. All right. Today starts a pretty nice stretch of weather for us here in Meredith and everybody as we go throughout the week. Plenty of sunshine to round it out. A little warmer tomorrow. It's probably the best weather day of the week, with light winds and sunshine, a high of 47. A little cooler on Friday, but still decent. And Saturday, we're up to 44 before rain develops on Sunday. Then that rain will continue into next week with a high of 52 on Monday.
Todd, sounds great. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us here for the news at noon. We'll see you back here again for the news at 5. We hope you have a great rest of your afternoon. Get out there and enjoy that sunshine.